Hello there, guys. It's Mr. Maximo here, Vinny Sandu for the European Cricket Network with another match preview for a European Cricket Series match. And today I am previewing the European Cricket Series Barcelona match 33, the first match of Thursday, the 22nd of October between Bengali and Pakcelona. This game will begin at 7 a.m. GMT, which is 9 o'clock in Central Europe. It's 12:30 p.m. in India. And as always, you can catch the action right here on the European Cricket Network, whether you watch through our webpage, europeancricket.com, or you can also watch on our YouTube channel, ECN European Cricket Network. And if you are in India, you can catch it, of course, on Fancode. And just a reminder, if you don't already, why don't you follow us on social media? Because as I always say, there is so much happening in the world of European cricket. We're just past the halfway point of the European Cricket Series Barcelona at the moment. It's an unprecedented 3-week series, and it's very interesting having a multi-week series because we get to know these teams and players a little bit better, and things are starting to take shape. Of course, only 2 teams from each group will be able to make it through to the semi-finals, so there's a big fight at the moment for those top 2 spots. So to keep up to date with everything happening, why don't you follow us at European Cricket, or you can follow me at Mr. Maximo. You can also go to our website, europeancricket.com, for all the fixtures, stats, and standings to do with the European Cricket Series. So it's a great place to get your information. You can also download an app for your mobile device. And don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel. Leave a comment on this video if you'd like to send me a message. And I do enjoy getting the messages every day, and I'll come to a couple of those later in the show. But for now, let's have a look at what's coming your way on Thursday. It's match day 9. It's our chance to get a look at Group A. And of course, we have 4 matches every day across the 15 match days in 3 weeks. So a total of 60 matches there in Barcelona. It's been a feast of cricket, and it's been great to see a few upsets and a few close matches along the way. So we're starting with this match 33 between Bengali and Pakcelona. Let's have a look at some likely lineups then for this one. Bengali, we haven't seen them since opening day. Actually, they'll be led by their all-rounder, Riaz Howlada, with Shafiqur Rahman to do their wicket-keeping, while for Pakcelona, Raja Khaliq-ur-Rahman will lead them onto the field, with Jahanzeb Askar to be behind the stumps for them. Well, let's talk a little bit about these 2 teams. Like I said, Bengali, we haven't seen them since the opening day of the tournament. So that's 10 days between appearances for them. And they only have played 2 games on opening day. They lost both of them. And in fact, they lost the golden ball match to Fateh on that opening Monday. But because they do have games in hand, they can still make a run to the top of the table, but they better start soon. And they haven't cracked 100 yet with the bat. And I think that putting a good score on the board will be very important if they are to notch up their first win in the European Cricket Series. And they have a huge day on this Thursday. They play 3 of their 7 group matches. So they have a triple header on Thursday, and they'll be desperate to get off to a good start and open their account against Pakcelona. Well, speaking of Pakcelona, they have played 4 matches, of which they've won only 1 of them and lost 3. So they do look out of the running for the semi-finals. But if they do win their 3 remaining matches handsomely, then they'll be in with a shot if some other results go their way. Let's have a look at Mr. Maximo's 11 to watch. Hopefully you find this information useful, particularly if you are participating in some fantasy cricket. And just a note about my 11 to watch, of course, we shoot this video well in advance of the toss and the teams being named, so a lot of things can change. So I do suggest you do your own research, perhaps use some of the information I give you, but you can also go to europeancricket.com for all the latest and some extra stats and links to do with these players. So please do take my 11 to watch with a grain of salt. But today for Bengali, I have super highlighted Omar Ali, their opening batsman, and he looks to be their most accomplished batsman. He's far and away their leading run scorer so far in the 2 matches they've played, and he can also roll his arm over. He has a handy knack of picking up some wickets. So watch out for Omar Ali. He'd love to really go on and take them to a competitive score. Like I said, they haven't cracked 100 yet, so he could be a big key to them doing that for the first time and hopefully leading them to their first victory in the ECS. I have also highlighted some other players there for Bengali. Shafiqur Rahman, the keeper who will open the batting. He's a very tidy wicketkeeper. I always look forward to watching him go about his work. Now, he hadn't scored any runs yet, but he'd love to get going with the bat at the top of the order in this crucial match. I've got all-rounders there. Their captain, Riaz Howlada. Now, he was incredible against the Catalonia Tigers, dragging his side back into the game with a spell of 4 for 14, along with some interesting fielding along the way as well, but his dibbly-dobblers were very effective. Now, he hasn't fired at the top of the order yet. I'm sure he'll be keen for some runs, and I can see him dropping himself slightly down the order in this match, perhaps to number 4, just to give him an opportunity to bat in those middle overs and hopefully do the kind of damage that he's capable of. I've also got another all-rounder there, Jahid Hassan, who's likely to open the bowling, and I've got some shadow all-rounders in there as well as alternatives. I've got Alauddin Sadiq, who is a left-arm batsman and left-arm wrist spinner. He's a very experienced player, and we've seen how taking the pace off can help sometimes in these short formats. I've also got Mohammad Arif Rahman in there, the off-spinner, who's likely to bat number 6. Finally, for Bengali, I've highlighted Mosarraf Hussain, who is a go-to bowling option for them. But in addition, we've seen him bat as high as number 3 in the order. And I wonder if they'll keep him up there as an attacking option just to try something to get that competitive score on the board. For Pakcelona, I have super highlighted Shazad Khan. Now, this man will bat number 3 for them, but he's been a star with the ball. He's their leading wicket taker with 5 wickets, and he's been consistently effective with the ball in hand. I've also highlighted Ishtiaq Nazir. Now, he is an opening batsman. He's their leading run scorer for this series, and he's been their most destructive batsman by far. And he's also taken a couple of wickets. He's been under-bowled, in my opinion. It'll be interesting to see if he gets thrown the ball in this match. I've also got another batting option there in Ramiz Mahmood, who'll probably bat number 4. I've put some all-rounders in there. Kaiser Zulfikar, who is an opening batsman. He's had 1 good innings of 48, but he's failed in his other 2 knocks, so he'll be very keen to make some more runs and get his team off to a good start. I put a shadow all-rounder in there, Adil Ahmed, who has put in some good performances, in particular with the ball. Finally, I've rounded out my 11 to watch with a couple of bowlers, starting with the captain, Raja Khalik-ur-Rahman, who is a very experienced cricketer. He's an off-spinner. Now, he's not a big turner of the ball, but he does have excellent control and subtle variations, and he might even decide to open the bowling as a surprise tactic, because it does sometimes keep the opening batsmen kind of on their toes if they've got the pace off the ball from the very beginning of the innings. Finally, I have Azim Azam in there, who is a potential new ball bowler, and he's been the most economical of the Pakcelona bowlers, conceding only 6.66 runs per over. Well, let's get to prediction time. And unfortunately, I got another one wrong yesterday, and that is going to happen in this series because, like I've said many times, there are a lot of even teams and a lot of factors are at play, like the toss and just particular batting orders and gambles that can take off. And that's kind of what we love about the European Cricket Series. It's the unpredictability. And, of course, there is no other cricket on the planet like the European Cricket Series. Now, in this match, this is a very interesting matchup to call because, on one hand, we've got Bengali, who, although they are without a win, they do have 5 matches in hand. So they probably have a clearer path to the finals than Pakcelona, who've already played 4 matches and they've already lost 3 of those. So like I said before on the show, I don't think teams can really afford to lose more than 2 matches out of their 7 if they want to be in that top 2. Potentially, they could lose 3 matches and have a good net run rate. So Bengali probably have a clearer path to the finals. But Pakcelona, on the other hand, have played 4 matches instead of 2. And I think that experience has a lot to say in this format as well, because a lot of teams haven't played a lot of T10 cricket. And so the more you play, the better you seem to get at it with the tactics and the kind of mindset that you need to be successful in this format of cricket. So when I weighed those things up, it was really close, and I called it as a toss-up Tommy game. But ultimately, I decided that Pakcelona will get through because I think that the experience is important, and it just seems to me there's a bit of a trend that teams have played more, have played better. So I've got Pakcelona to get over Bengali, but I do think it will be a very close match. Like I say, it's a toss-up Tommy match. Bengali have it all to play for, and they do win this first match. Of course, they have a triple header on Thursday, the 22nd of October, so it'll get them off to a great start. And if they win all 3 of their matches on this Thursday, they could rocket right up towards the top end of that table. But ultimately, I had to decide, so I've gone for Pakcelona, and I've got Shazad Khan to be the star player. But it will be a very interesting match. Make sure you tune in on the European Cricket Network to catch all the action. 4 matches, of course, every day. Tune in from 12:30 p.m. Indian Standard Time. And just a final reminder to follow us on social media, and feel free to send me a message on social media at Mr. Maximo. Like I say, I always love getting messages from the fans. Tell me in the comments who your favorite team or favorite player or favorite moment from the ECS Barcelona is so far. I'd love to see what you guys think, and I'll get back to as many of those comments as I can. But for now, this is Vinny Sandu, Mr. Maximo for the European Cricket Network, saying enjoy the game. We'll see you next time on European Cricket.